Last weekend I went to Art Basel in Hong Kong. Now here on The Mix, when we talk about music or film or art, we're usually talking about what the artist is doing or what the audience is feeling. Art Basel is an art fair. It's the world's biggest. 230 of the world's leading galleries set up stalls in the Hong Kong Convention Centre. So this is not art in the gallery or the artist in the studio. This is art in the marketplace, and it's a very rich marketplace. This year, around a dozen galleries from Australia made the trip. I focused on just one, Sullivan and Strumpf, run by Joanna Sullivan and Ursula Strumpf. Now we're hanging outside the VIP entrance, of course. Hello!
Hello, James.
How excited?
Pretty excited. It's very exciting. It's going to be a big night.
Now you've got an hour to go. What happens at this sort of time?
Well, we're tidying up, making sure there's no dirty marks on the wall and that sort of thing. Trying to eat as much as possible, before the big game.
Right. Is it a carb up sort of thing? Did you carb up 24 hours ago to get ready?
Lots of fried rice, yeah.
What's it taken to get here, Joanna?
Oh, a lot of effort. We were just talking before about it. The tension builds as soon as the application goes in, and then it doesn't finish until the end of the fair.
Art fairs have been with us for a while. Some would say the first was New York's Armory Show in 1913, and Basel Art Fair of Basel, Switzerland itself has been going for some 45 years. But in the last decade, they've really taken off. Basel now runs franchises at Miami and here in Hong Kong. And whereas once a wealthy collector would go to a gallery and then have a relationship with the dealer and the artists, now they come here, cruise dozens of galleries at once and drop some millions on contemporary art. And they can't wait to get started.
Try something out.
Here it goes, they're rushing in there like it's a David Jones Boxing Day sale. Where's the cheap microwave? But in broad terms for the art world, what does all this mean? Is it an extraordinary gathering of the art of the world beyond the dreams of any museum curator? Or is it more like a Westfield?
Give me the mic so I can take it away.
Why do you come to the fairs?
To see different collections, see different galleries from across the world. Instead of going around the world traveling, they all come here.
What do the fairs offer you?
The fair offer me a kind of lesson. You widen your view, you widen your knowledge, so you can see some new thing, progress in the art. Maybe you cannot find in Jakarta, I can find here.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's like a commercially driven museum.
It is. And there's something, I don't know, I can't help but feel that there's something quite utopian about it in a way, It is commercial, but I don't resile from that. I think it's important for artists to sell their works. But in a fair like this, the quality is very high. So it's almost like a biennale, The good stands, and they're mostly very good, are curated. It's not just stuff for sale. It's very carefully considered and put together very well, I think.
But what about for artists? Do they like the fairs?
Fairs are problematic for artists,
Right.
simply because, as you can see, there's a lot of artwork here, and it means that your work doesn't have that much time to breathe. I would say that fairs do attract a lot of very brash work, very strong work vying for your attention, so you get loud, a lot of loud.
This is exciting. It's sold. That is the funniest reaction I've ever seen to someone who's sold a painting. Your work's sold. That's good, isn't it?
Well, it is quite scary that I created this monster and the monster found a home.
But it's collectors who really love them.
The fair now is like a museum, but on steroids, and a mega space, and with everything all at once. But it's also not curated, I guess. So you have to find the gem. You have to find the thing that really hits you in the eye.
At a fair, yet again, you have no hesitation. This is where you should be.
Oh, for sure. Certainly it's not like this in Zetland.
Zetland, I should point out, is not a province of Switzerland. It's a Sydney suburb.
The smallest suburb in Australia. We always say we're the biggest and the best gallery in Zetland.
As well as the galleries, there was a significant Australian curatorial presence as well. Alexi Glass-Cantor is the curator of Encounters. This features large-scale works from the region that are more suitable for public spaces or museums.
8 months of speed curating, 36-hour install, 20 artists, 11 new commissions, 14 countries, cross-generational, cross-media, epic. We have to have a market for contemporary art and for ideas, and I believe ideas have value and meaning in contemporary life. So I like the fact that this exists. It creates an interregional market to support cross-generations of creators, producers, people who are speculators, misfits, fringe dwellers and dreamers, producing works that extend our idea of what the world can be and what it should become. I love that, and I think if there's a market to support that, to keep risk and experimentation sustainable, then bring it on.
So after a couple of days in those convention halls, that building site starts to look like a work of art. So why is everyone here at Art Basel Hong Kong? Well, it's global, it's got everything and it's happening right now. For Australian artists, it's a great chance to put their work in an international context. For gallery owners and dealers, here's a whole new bunch of collectors and clients. And for the well-heeled art lover, well, it's 3 or 4 days in Hong Kong and the world's art comes to you. It's no mystery why the art fairs are booming.